want my deck lists? You can have them. Seek them out. I left every deck list I own in one place. Welcome back to SMMHA, the only place on YouTube where you can find 4 unique deck lists in one place. I'm Travis, your host. Let's get right into it. What is up, everybody? It's your boy Matsu, and welcome back to SMMHA, the only place on YouTube where you can find 4 unique deck profiles in under 10 minutes. I'm your host, Travis TNT Touchdown Tangerman, and let's get right into it. So my first deck is going to be a tribute to Mr. Grimm, Mr. Dabi guy himself. So this is a very aggressive Dabi deck, as you guys can see by the attack to foundation ratio. We're just trying to play all the gas with Twisting Azure Inferno and just kind of kill them. So we're playing 4 Twisting, obviously, because it buffs our checks. Our character's Dabi, so it's pretty easy to enable. And then every other attack in our deck, besides Villainous Waylay and Alleyway Ambush, all say draw a card in some way, shape, or form, and have some kind of card advantage for us. For example, Touch of Decay bounces itself or draws a card, which is very good. We play 4 Summon with Style, 4 Bench Press, and the Bench Press Brute Strength / Nervous Habit combo to give our attacks either 1 speed and 1 damage in the case of Nervous Habit, or 2 damage in the case of Brute Strength. Excited for Blood because it's a card advantage engine in and of itself, and it gets a little life back, because we are going to be cutting ourselves with our effects quite a bit. Snack Time because it lets us discard for stun 1 and +1 speed, and almost all of our attacks add a card to our hand, so that's pretty free. Tight-Lipped as another form of damage pump that's relatively free. Window Shopping because it lets us confirm our checks or hit more attacks off the top of our deck. League Interview because it lets us mill our copious amount of attacks and gives us +2 to our checks. So as long as we're playing a 4-diff, which every attack in the deck besides Alleyway Ambush is, we'll always pass it no matter what. And we won't have to commit a single foundation for it unless we check specifically Villainous Waylay. Surviving the Final because this deck does need to block 1 attack. If you can't block at least 1 attack in this meta, then you are going to get dumpstered. Because almost every deck can do 28 on 2, so... And sometimes you're going to have to go second. Moving on. This is one of my favorite decks from these 4. This is a Shigaraki 2 deck under Chaos. It is it's not very aggressive, but it is a combo-centric deck. So it has a lot of intricate things going on with it. Command Pigeon Flock being able to build a Friend of Animals, which will then put another Command Pigeon Flock into your Momentum, which is a free card pool discard for your character. Freezer Burn being able to ready a foundation after your character commits a foundation to get a Momentum. It's very neat. Sludge doing kind of the same thing, but also having stun. Meteor Shower being a huge payoff for all the momentum that you get. Frigid Heatwave because it draws you into more gas. And this character is very much all gas, no breaks when he goes in. Blue Flame Palm Strike for kind of the same reason, but to get you momentum instead of that card advantage and to get a little bit of extra mill. It's also a very good finisher being a base 5 speed attack with Powerful 3 in a character that gets a butt ton of momentum. Nothing to see here because it's free minus speed. Basic kind of 0-diff lineup under Chaos here. We've got 4 basic trainings, 4 easily excited, 3 requesting, and 3 release. Kind of the perfect ratios in my opinion. We don't really have that many good re-ready targets for requesting assistance, so that's why I'm only playing 3. And the block zones are relatively split evenly, so I was trying to keep it like that. Successful results as a good deadlock enhance and another way for us to use all of our momentum. Struggling because it's one of the best defensive tools in the game. Petty Squabble because it's one of the best defensive and offensive tools in the game. Chivalrous because it protects all of our good defense and offensive tools, alongside Struggling. Ambush Tactics because it says if they block our first attack to try and deny us momentum, the rest of our attacks get a lot scarier. And being able to set a Meteor Shower to 0 speed that we don't really care about, and then say, hey, our Blue Flame Palm Strike has 7 base speed, and it's killing you. Award the Victor because it has the same window as Shigaraki, meaning that you can respond with Award the Victor to put the attack back on top of your deck. and then respond with Shigaraki, commit to get the attack off of the top of your deck, and get a free momentum, basically. And that means that you have a chance of not checking a 3 on your next move, which is essentially a 5. So essentially you could check a 7 on your next move, or up to an 8 if it's a league interview. Shock treatment, because this character does get oodles and oodles of momentum, so having that is very good. Cool student for basically the same reason. It's essentially pitch a momentum for -2 speed, which is pretty good. It's another copy of Nothing to See Here. Also being able to stack the top of our deck is very good to confirm checks. Self-assured, because we are playing almost all ranged attacks, so having this to commit and kind of mess with our block zones a little, make sure that we have the correct block zone when we need it, or destroying it to draw more gas when we're going in. Shadow's Aid for multiple interactions. Blue Flame Palm Strike, being able to put any of our attacks that we mill into our momentum and then picking it up with Shadow's Aid is very good. Being able to pick up Frigids that we've touched with, being able to pick up Command Pigeon Flocks, also Command Pigeon Flock building it from our discard pile, so it's theoretically like we're running 5 copies. Yeah, that's this deck. On to the next one. Order Kurogiri. This is a order control deck that looks to make use of Kurogiri's once per turn combined with Flamethrower and Dropkick Slicer. Flamethrower, looking at the bottom card of your deck and then finding an attack and putting it on top just so you can mill it for +4 to +5 speed is very good. Just being able to have that foundation control. And also the interaction between USJ and Kurogiri is very good as well. Your opponent plays their first attack and then plays their second attack. You respond with Kurogiri to basically nullify the +2/+2 because after your opponent plays another attack, it is no longer their second attack for the turn. Engine Trouble is a 1 low block, which is basically just another copy of Electric Jolt. Ice Gliding and other typical order defense stuff. Drowning for the Jiros and the Back Alley Haymaker abusers of the world. Fruit of Our Labors for the Tongue Whip players of the world. And Deadlock form. Dissolving because it has our character's face on it. And yeah, it's just a very good card. Being able to disrupt our opponent's turn by bouncing an attack and then bouncing another attack is very good. Or the Victor for essential -1 progressive and +2 to our next check to play an attack, so we know we're checking a 5 unless it's specifically Dropkick. But you don't use that on that, so requesting assistance, being able to ready any of our defensive commit costs, Sticky Balls, Heroic Lineage, passing the torch, Creepy Realization, Ice Gliding. It's very good. Shock Treatment as a way to control our opponent's staging area. Bonds of Friendship because it is a 1/6 with a 1 high block, so being able to stack it with Kurogiri and have a good block is very good. It also does have some semi-relevant card text in the current meta, considering Kirishima is almost all Furies. Self-Sacrifice, just some random damage pump or minus damage. Also a good way to get ourselves out of Deadlock, and a 1 low block. Creepy Realization to punish the long string decks that are trying to kill us. Desperate Times, just one of the best spam in the game, honestly. Sticky Balls, being able to stop Back Alley Haymakers from hitting us and stuff our opponent's card pool is very good on offense or defense. Calling for backup for extra draw. Heroic Lineage for minus speed and plus damage if we USJ. Or Ice Gliding. Last deck, we have Toga, Under Life. So this is a retrain of the typical gamer Toga list that have been running around. I added Focused Attack because I saw how many mids that the deck was playing and felt like it was criminal to not be playing this card, seeing as it is a 7 mid for at least 12 in this character. Sometimes 8 mid for 12, if not more. So Wind Up Punch fits very nicely into Toga. She discards a card on her face, and it always has stun 2 because of that, basically. And if your opponent ever builds, then it's a Fortive, which is very good in our deck. Back Alley Haymaker, because it's Back Alley Haymaker. Honestly, this is one of the most disgusting attacks I've ever seen. No reason not to play it. Alleyway Ambush. We play 5 cards, and then all of our alleyways are free, and they do bonus damage if we have bench press on the or floating around my babies on the table. Future Charge because it draws us a card or cards. Sometimes this card is Pot of Greed if you draw multiples. Crone Frog Takedown because it's a free attack. Why would we not want free attacks? We love playing attacks. Attacks are cool. Ready, Get, Set, Go because we really love building on our opponent's turn when they decide to build to 4 because we're a 7-hander and they want to try and kill us on turn 2, and then we maximum punish them for that. Also because we play a lot of 3-diffs in our deck, so being able to build those for free is very good. Carbo Loading because it's very free in our character. This is hypertypically a copy of Amphibious, which is not bad, especially considering it has the other relevant card text of giving our attacks damage. 3 New Training Method because we do have a lot of 3-diffs that we want to build for free, like I said, and also we have a lot of key foundations we want to see. Also for the Ready, Get, Set, Go interaction. 4 Floating Around My Babies because it's free. And we love Damage Pump that we can build off of Back Alley Haymaker. Excited for Blood because we're Toga. Good Impression. This makes our focused attack on a 6, or our Back Alleys on a 4, our Future Charge on a 3, you know the deal. Passing the Torch because it's passing the torch and we just want to draw all the cards in the universe. Self-Sacrifice for bonus damage pump and because it's a 1-low block on a spam. Precious Lesson for our self-sacrifices, our releases, and our summon with styles to get us free foundations on our aggressive or our defensive turns. Release, one of the best defensive foundations in the game, and also 0-diff that we can build off Back Alley Haymaker. Summon with style because it's an extra foundation, and Stun Hate, Tight-Lipped because it's bonus damage that we can build off of Back Alley Haymaker, and Bench Press because our character enables it on our face. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you watching this. Make sure you go check out my links and my socials down in the description, where you can check out my Patreon at the $10 level and subscribe and become one of my patrons so I can coach you for 1 hour every month. I do TTS coaching where I help you navigate board states, general kind of optimal play stuff. And yeah, my channel is 4 subscribers away from being 100 subs at time of recording. So if you guys could all go subscribe, that would mean so much to me, and I would really appreciate it. Because once I get to 100 subs, I will be doing something very special. But that's a surprise. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. This has been Matsu, aka Travis, signing out.
Hey yo, it's your boy Matsu. Call me Go Beyond because I've always got you. Call me Tam because I card well. Call me Jacob, but there ain't no John, son. Call me Mister because you know I alliterate. Me and the boys, you know we keep it on fun. So like, comment, share, subscribe because this rhyme is done.